clear every doubt you've had about college and corporate life, I went to Bangalore, India's Silicon Valley. Met alumni, asked the real questions.
और वैसे नहीं है क्या?
5-episode series with 5 unique journeys. No filters.
मैं तो बता दूंगा बट आप पॉडकास्ट में डाल नहीं पाओगे ना.
This is College to Corporate podcast series. Welcome to first episode of Alumni podcast series, College to Corporate. And today I have with me Nikunj Singhal, graduated in the year 2022 in CSAM. He is currently working at Amazon as security engineer. Now, if you go to his LinkedIn, don't open it. You'll get depressed. So he was an intern at Goldman Sachs. Then after graduation, worked again there as security engineer. Then now here at Amazon as security engineer. So looking at your profile, it seems like you had a clear sense of direction from early on. Like you always knew what you wanted. But was that actually the case? Or did you just happen to stumble into this field by chance and now you're riding the wave? We'd love to hear the real story behind it.
I mean, I wish that I had planned all this. I wish I was one of those who knew what he wants to do. But the sad reality is that I just have happened to be in this field by sheer luck. So I'll just tell you the story maybe. During third year, when companies come to college for placements, right? So there's a portal where you see all the companies that are coming. So you apply over there, right? So I just randomly saw one day that there is a listing for Goldman Sachs for this profile, security engineer, and you open it and they're asking questions like what projects you have done in the field, what is your knowledge base, and I just wrote NA, but being a typical student, I just applied, even though I did not know anything about security at all. So I just applied, and then I don't know how or whatever. One day I just open my email and I just see my name in that email with that I have an interview next day 8 a.m. And I was like completely shocked and I don't realize what happened. So I mean, after talking to people, I realized that okay, this is the role, this is the interview. So in a typical IIIT fashion, I just spent all night trying to prepare for that role based on the job description that they gave me. And the interview happened. I think they liked the projects that I did in college, and then some of the other questions that they asked, I happened to have read about them somewhere or the other, so I was able to answer. Like they asked me about some vulnerabilities, and I remember I read about it somewhere, so I was able to answer that. So yeah, that was I guess I got lucky to get into the security field.
So it's that time of the year when students are deep into researching colleges and trying to decide where to go. IIIT, IIT, NIT, DTU or what. So what advice would you give to those considering this college from expectations to reality check? What should they be prepared for and what mindset should they come with?
So talking specifically about IIIT Delhi, I can tell you what my consideration was, or maybe my story. When I was looking for colleges, I was not aware about IIIT Delhi initially. I only knew that I wanted to do computer science. That was like my only thing, and I wanted hostel. Like these were my two criteria. I wanted to live in hostel, and I wanted something to do with computer science. So I went to my FITG professor, and actually he advised me. So I had an option. Like my rank in JEE Advanced was somewhere around 5,000. So like I was told that maybe based on last year's cutoff, I'll get something in the newer IITs, or maybe in some older IITs I'll get some other branches, but that were like out of the picture. So my professor suggested this college, IIIT Delhi, and then I read about it, and actually I loved it a lot. I booked a campus tour also, and yeah, I just fell in love with the college. So coming to the expectations about our college, I think one thing is that if you want to study and explore anything, I think this college is a no-brainer for you. The academic courses that our college offers and the level of education that our faculties have and the passion they have for the subject, I think it's very rare. Even the course structure is amazing. So if you want to do anything in academics, definitely IIIT Delhi is an amazing place for you if you are looking into research or anything. Apart from that, I would say campus infrastructure. It's amazing. Like when I came here for a campus tour, I just fell in love with amazing buildings, and like even our hostels have ACs, although they don't turn it on during the day. But still, I mean, having an AC is great, man. I saw some other colleges which made me depressed, honestly. Like they were not the best places to stay, like spend 4 years of your life in. So like all those things, like I saw the ground, like that was like the sports complex was newly opened during my time. So that was amazing. Like I saw this huge ground, there was indoor swimming pool and all those things. So I think there are multiple colleges probably which don't have those facilities. So if like that is also one of your interests, I think our college has all those things.
So like best part of being an interpreter is that in second sem you study DSA, you know that okay अब tech area में ऐसा है, ये level तो हम अब reach कर चुके हैं, ठीक है, and DSA interview में पूछते भी हैं ना, and after that जब ये सब हो जाता है तो हमें दो टाइप के स्टूडेंट दिखते हैं, वन जो टेक्निकल फील्ड में जाना चाहते हैं लाइक यू, एंड पीपल जो नॉन टेक में जाना चाहते हैं, ठीक है. नाउ कमिंग टू सेकंड ईयर, इट्स यूजुअली दैट टर्निंग पॉइंट वेयर स्टूडेंट्स स्टार्ट फिगरिंग आउट what direction they want to take. By the end of this year, people have a clarity, अच्छा मुझे टेक में ही जाना है या मुझे नॉन टेक में जाना है. So what was your observation or experience regarding this divide, and what advice would you give to students, especially those who feel they're not fitting into this conventional tech mold?
I think for people who are not do not want to get into the tech world, I would say college is a great place for you to explore, right? Like college, you can try whatever you want to, and like you don't have many responsibilities. Of course, you have to do your coursework and all. But college is a great place. Like you're second year, first year student, right? Just whatever you want to try. College hopefully provides you with clubs that where you can use the resources and then try on whatever. And if not, and if you're passionate enough, maybe you will be able to convince our college, like this guy did, to fund your passion, right? And like that's a perfect place. So at the end of those 4 years, like you won't regret that you did not try what you wanted to. So I think the college is a great place. And then if you are in IIIT Delhi, hopefully if you're passionate enough and convincing enough, college should be able to fund your passion.
Now coming to the third year, that's usually when reality starts to hit. कि अब नहीं किया तो क्या हो जाएगा. So students begin preparing seriously for their internships, and the same time they're offered a wide range of courses. Like second year तक courses compulsory होते हैं कि ये करने ही करने, but third year में people get a lot of choice, a lot of varieties, AIs, design and all. So they get a chance कि वो किसी course में minor कर ले. So in your opinion, do these minor degrees actually help in the long run, or are they just a checkbox? And more importantly, what should be a student's general approach when it comes to internship during this phase?
Okay, so for internships, I will answer the internship part first. For internship, I think the guidance is more or less straightforward. Just do DSA, right? But I would say start the preparation slightly before third year. I mean, of course, college is a time for fun and all. But if you want to, like, if you know that tech route is where I want to go, that I see myself working in some corporate at least for some time, and you know that getting an internship and all is what you want to do, then I would say start from second year onwards. Try to have some good college projects. Right, try to do some internships, maybe for free, maybe if you're getting some slight money, try to do that. Like I tell you about myself, when I was in my second year, I got an opportunity to work under, I think, a few professors. So one of them had a startup, so I worked over there as a backend engineer. But that was fun, and that gave me a lot of understanding, and I could talk about it during my interviews. So like these are the things that will help you after getting the interview. But yeah, to get the interview is DSA. That part is straightforward. Coming to I think the second question was about the other courses that
minor degrees.
Yeah, minors and all that are offered. So again, I was not one of those who did it, so maybe I would not know everything, but my opinion is that it's always good, like if you know that I am someone who wants to explore something in economics and you have it on your degree, I think it's always a good thing to, if you want to explore it further, you can just email some professor that, hey, I'm interested in this and this is my profile, but still I was able to do some economics courses and I did this minors thing. So I think they should be able to consider you. And if that is also not the case, I think it's a good point for you to try that on, right? Before taking it head on, I think it's an opportunity for you to try it. So yeah, I think it's a win-win for people who want to get into it.
Like now, finally the fourth year, the most crucial and chaotic phase. This is when placements are in full swing. आसपास लोगों की placements लग रही होती है, हमसे DSA नहीं हो रहा होता है, वो phase हो रहा होता है. and BTPs are happening, and everyone's juggling multiple responsibilities and trying to figure out कि क्या करें क्या नहीं करें, क्या सही है क्या गलत है. How was your experience during this phase, and what should students keep in mind while handling the pressure of placements, academic commitments like BTP, and the uncertainty of what's next?
Okay. So, fortunately, I did not have to sit through placements in fourth year, or rather, I was not allowed to sit through placements in fourth year because I got a PPO from my internship from Goldman Sachs. So I was not actually sitting part of placements, but I think the general approach is more or less similar. It's just maybe fourth year, maybe people are maybe more serious than third year. I don't know. So general approach is the same, right? You do DSA, you figure out what is you don't understand, do lead code, right? And then you have some college projects to actually talk about during our internships, like during our interviews, I mean. So yeah, I think that approach is more or less anyone should be able to help you in IIIT Delhi. Coming to how to manage all that with coursework and maybe BTP, that's maybe a good thing. I think the thing is that all these interviews more or less they start during the break. So unless you have taken some extra courses during the break, you should maybe be spending all that time focusing on these interviews only. Maybe like they do overlap with the courses, but maybe if you have already reached fourth year, you learn this much in IIIT Delhi. Like IIIT Delhi will teach you how to juggle maybe one or two things like that. Plus, I would say, depending on, of course, what project you have taken, BTP could potentially be less work than a main course, or could.
You worked as a security engineer at Goldman Sachs for over 2 years after moving to Amazon. What motivated this career move, and how did you make that decision?
Okay. What motivated? I mean, Amazon is a great place, right? It is a very good. But my primary motivation to switch was because I felt I was not getting more challenges during my previous role, and I wanted to, like, I was a penetration tester. Like, so in the field of security, there are various roles. I was a penetration tester. That means I actually attempted to break applications. I wanted to try out like the security architect role. So wanted to focus on security at the design level. So before a product is actually implemented at the design level, you want someone to look at it and maybe propose so that issues are not carried to the production. So that's what I wanted to progress, and that is a role that I was getting at Amazon. So that was one of the reasons, and of course more money.
So for students who want to enter cybersecurity, how should they balance theory with hands-on practice?
Okay.
Any tips on getting practical security experience?
Okay. So first, like if you are like me who does not know anything about security and you want to get started, I think CTFs are a great way. I was not the one who got in through CTFs, but even in our college, there are clubs, right, where you can participate in CTFs. So that is, I think, a good way to get, and like there is so much knowledge available on the internet about how to get into it. It's maybe slightly more difficult to get into security field than typical development job, because maybe people don't want to hire immediate freshers straight from college. So for that, you can do CTFs, you can actually use bug bounty programs. So all these companies, right, most of the big companies, they have bug bounty programs where there are portals where you can submit security issues that you have found in a particular company. For example, you found something in Facebook. This is an example. So you can go there and you can report it, and they actually pay you money. So I mean, so there are multiple companies and security issues are everywhere, right? So maybe you can start by finding something simple. And then there are people who actually do this as their main job, like they make money out of bug bounty. But that could be one example. And like there is no one way to get into security. Some people do reverse engineering, other people do application security. So I think just go to internet, like you learn any new skill, start by seeing what is there, and then just pick a path and then work on it. You should be able to eventually get into it.
So like now you know that in our college there are tech clubs and then non-tech clubs. So and like उसमें coordinator बनना या किसी event like ODC, SCI summit इनमें organizing committee में होना, and then people then write then their experience that मैंने ये करा है मैंने करा. तो क्या इन चीजों का कहीं कुछ असर होता है in future, and do these soft skills somewhere like improve your character or something, or like the waste of time है ये सब?
नहीं, waste of time कुछ नहीं होता जिंदगी में. I think participating in all these things, so I don't know direct impact to maybe SD interviews कितना होता है, but it teaches you a lot, I think, as a person. You really have a character development. Like when you will participate in all these college tech events, maybe in the beginning as a volunteer, sometimes they just give you some responsibility. So that is, I think, probably first times in your life when you are given some responsibility and like you are the one. So they'll tell you have to be here, you have to do this particular task, and it's on you. So I think it's a good introduction into the actual corporate life where not all the times you know the exact instructions. You are just told that this is what you need to do. Of course you have help, and like becoming a coordinator and all, I mean, all those things are definitely that help you grow as a person. So I would say like anything that you do which is extracurricular always helps you build character and any other things like that.
Okay, so now आपके टाइम में पता नहीं कैसा होता होगा, बट हमारे टाइम में अब AI है, चैट जीपीटी है, एंड राइट, सो पीपल प्रीफर नॉट टू गो इन क्लास. दे थिंक कि अच्छा मैं एक दो दिन पहले मैं स्टार्ट करूँगा, चैट जीपीटी डालूंगा, समराइज दिस, वो दे देगा पॉइंट्स जो मैं करूँगा, क्लास में लिख के आ जाऊँगा. बट फिर एकदम उल्टा होता है, कुछ भी मतलब. अब फिर एक ये पॉइंट रहता है कि क्लास में आपने कोई चीज़ देखी हो या सुनी हो, वो चीज़ पेपर में फिर आपको याद आ जाती है. तो क्लास जाना, प्रोफेसर लोगों के साथ पढ़ना, ये कितना इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, और AI का कहाँ यूज़ करना चाहिए, किस चीज़ के लिए यूज़ करना चाहिए, मतलब हाउ शुड पीपल अप्रोच?
सो आई थिंक क्वेश्चन इज कि फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि क्लास जाना चाहिए कि नहीं, या उसका कुछ फ़ायदा होता है कि नहीं. तो I mean, I would say definitely फायदा होता है. Did I go to all my classes? Probably not. But what I've noticed is कि when I did attend a few classes, so it helped me, of course. And then there are other people around you who are like learning about that same thing at the same time as you, right? And then there is a very passionate professor. Most of the professors in our college are very passionate about their subject, and they want to teach you. Like they want you to ask good questions. So like there's this very passionate person over there who you could just ask a question to. So if I'm studying on my own, maybe मुझे कुछ समझ ना आए immediately, then I can ask the professor in class. Like all those things. Plus other people ask sometimes some questions which are like, you would think that, oh, I did not think about this from this way, and then so going to class is always very helpful. So I would say that go to class. I think second question was about AI.
Use of AI,
how to use AI, right? Okay, so I would say like it's before there was AI, like you still had internet, right? So at my time there was no chat GPT in college, but there was still internet, so you could still Google things. So if you're given an assignment, you could just Google it up. There were websites where solutions were available, because not all the questions can be completely unique, right? So you could have done that, but it will not help you maybe understand the things. So the way you should be thinking about or utilizing internet and AI, etc., is first you try it on your own, right? And then you figure out what is the gap in your understanding. What do you not understand, or what are you not able to get? Then you go to that whatever you're doing, like maybe searching on Google or using chat GPT, and then from the results see what did you not understand, and like why were you not able to think about this, right? Just try to come. You had some problem, figure out what that problem was, and then you got some solution, and you try to create like that mental model that how in future if I'm faced with this same problem, how would I do that? I think that is the best way to use AI. Of course in workplace also you will have, so but as a student I would say when you're still learning, this is I think a better way. So definitely embrace using AI, because everyone is like, if you don't know anything about it, maybe you'll lag behind, but this is a way you do it in a healthier way where you actually learn something. So use it to learn what you don't know.
Okay, so now obviously chat GPT या कोई भी AI models, they evolve, they are evolving, right? Like अब वीडियो जनरेट हो सकती है, डिज़ाइन, आप किसी का डिज़ाइन पूरा कॉपी करके आप उसको दो रेफरेंस एंड इट विल कॉपी. बट स्टिल आई थिंक जो इट्स मोर अबाउट इन्फ्लुएंस, बट बेसिक्स जो है आपकी क्लियर होनी चाहिए. जैसे अगर आप वेबसाइट भी बनाने जाएंगे, स्टिल एरर्स आते हैं, पीपल उसको भी स्क्रीनशॉट करके दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या एरर है, दे जस्ट give it to AI, ये आ रहा है, क्यों आ रहा है, then the copy here से इधर. And but क्या, like, do you think AI could eventually automate parts of your job criteria or different job criteria like designer या किसी भी field का, like which task do you think will still require a human in the loop, and how should future professionals prepare for these changes?
Okay, so let's take this step by step maybe. So again, this is my opinion. I've not seen the future. So based on what I understand right now, is AI helpful? Definitely. Will AI be prominent in everything that we do? Yes. I think it's more or less similar to internet, maybe more effective, where like in my time you would have to rely on internet a lot. I cannot imagine a time where there was no internet. People had to go to libraries, find books, right, to get some knowledge. But we could just sitting in our rooms from our phones, look up information. That was not there. Now it's even easier where you can just enter natural language or like you mentioned, just give. So one point is, as a student, should you be doing that? Probably. If you're still learning, try to figure out what is the error on your own and then search that you are getting this error instead of just sending the error itself, right? Because that's how you will grow. And then in interviews or any other places, it like you should know why you were stuck. Like that always helps you. But coming to, will AI completely replace humans? I don't think so. At least from what I know at this moment, there are always tasks that a human at this moment will do better. So the way I think it is that it is a very good tool for me to begin. So tasks that would take me very long to get started, now I would just begin with the AI, and I will have all the things that I want to explore, and then I would go deep. Firstly, I'll think what is missing over there, right? And then I would want to go in depth, because most of the things could be wrong. And the reason is that in a perfect world, maybe where the prompt that you're generating, let's assume you're generating a prompt, contains every information, like all the piece of information is already there, then you have asked all the perfect questions. Maybe in that specific scenario, the AI will give you the perfect answer, but that's not the case, right? Information that we have is not always complete. So over there, having that human intelligence, that maybe the AI saw some information and then predicted something, you look at it and you know that that is not the case, because you have seen something differently, right? So in that case, I think a human will do a better job, and you will still need that human touch. And having senior people in your team, I think the way they think is always amazing. So take AI, what AI gives as a starting point, and then build on top of it. Use AI to increase your speed, get things that you are not aware of, because I cannot know everything. So if I take example of security, maybe I'm not aware of how SMS works, right? SMS protocol, maybe there is some vulnerability there. So the knowledge, like the vast knowledge, maybe an AI system would know. But then once I know that I need to explore this field, maybe I can go in depth there, and that I can do maybe in a better manner. So I can connect multiple things, or I can keep provoking that AI thing to give me the perfect answer until I am satisfied. So I still need to know what it does not, it did not give me right. So over there, I think humans are still right.
So now to the fun part.
Okay.
So what did you do with your first salary after getting a professional career?
Okay.
Any memorable splurge or gift?
Okay, so I mean, my answer is going to be slightly depressing. So, when I joined college, I just wanted to fund my own education, right? I did not want to burden my parents. That was just what I thought. So, I mean, I just took a education loan to fund my education. After my 4 years, I thought that I remembered that there used to be some loan, like loan hota tha. So I just saw, and that's when what my foundation of finance professors were trying to teach me, compound interest, I saw in real life when I saw that huge number. So when that little bit grows over 4 years, I saw that huge number. So I was actually slightly scared looking at it. So then I utilized basically most of my first salary, my joining bonus, to pay off part of that. And then, yeah, of course, I bought some gifts for my parents and all. So I did not splurge on that immediately, but yeah, eventually I did splurge on myself when I could.
Okay. So what do you enjoy doing outside of work and studies? Like any hobbies or interests that helped you unwind or offer unexpected lessons? या फिर मतलब जैसे corporate life है, मतलब obviously थोड़ा सा तो irritating and annoying होता है. तो मतलब कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा चाहिए होता है कि अच्छा मैं ऑफिस से आया हूँ, घर जा रहा हूँ, मैं ये करूँगा. Like ऐसी क्या चीज़ें जो जिससे इन चीज़ों से separate जो आपको.
I mean, I would say I'm a very passionate YouTube watcher. I love watching YouTube videos. I think that is like my pastime. If I'm not doing anything, you would probably find me watching some YouTube video or the other at all the times. Apart from that, I was able to buy a motorcycle like last year. So these days, every other weekend, I like to go on some motorcycle ride. Early morning, we leave maybe 100 200 kilometers, and then Bangalore offers a lot of things around. So there are a lot of treks that you can go to, like hikes, and then inside the city also there are many things that you can do, right? So all those things, like most weekends are pretty occupied. You would be doing something or the other, maybe visiting some friend. So yeah, that's what I would do during free time.
Okay, so any memorable moment from like coming from college to company, your first day at Bangalore? How was it? like
Okay.
that day?
Okay, so I mean, the first day I remember it very clearly. Like the first day into my corporate job, I would say. I remember I had some like they gave me an ID card, so everyone had to report to office. There was a gathering area. All the first like people who joined from college had to report there. I met few of my college friends as well. So they gave us all the ID cards and we had to enter in. But for some reason, my ID card was not working, and I got scared. Like, did they decide not to pursue with me or what? So it turns out they gave me some different access. So I was sitting outside alone, waiting for someone from my team to get into the office, and so that they could let me in as a visitor. So that was the very first interaction into the corporate world. That was slightly fun, but I do remember sitting in that hall. So they all gathered us in a very big hall in that big building, right? And for the orientation on the day one. So I remember sitting there looking around and thinking like where life has taken me. It was not always expected, or like you don't always know, right? What would turn out. Like, you always are nervous. So yeah, I remember that time sitting around in that very, very fancy hall with all the people, and they talking nice things about they do these things, right? They tell you, oh, these many people apply and these many are the ones who are gotten through, so you are part of this small percentage. So all those things I do remember very clearly from that day.
Okay, last question. So you worked at Goldman Sachs. Now after that you worked at Amazon. So मतलब ऐसा है कि अब आपकी स्टेबल लाइफ है, डू यू वांट, या फिर आपकी दिमाग में आता है अच्छा मैं एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट करता हूँ,
Okay.
या मैं आउट ऑफ कंट्री मूव कर जाता हूँ, ऐसा कुछ, या फिर नहीं मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, मैं अच्छा खासा कमा रहा हूँ, गुड ऑफिस, गुड सिटी, गुड पीपल, जस्ट हैप्पी है, या फिर चेंजेस नहीं, आई वांट चेंज, समथिंग लाइक दैट?
At the moment, I don't know. I'm happy with where I am. I think Amazon is a great place. Matlab, it's literally the home of AWS. They are separate companies now, but still, like, you meet people who are like really smart. So I feel the opportunities that you have to learn and talk to some of the great people who build some great technologies is like amazing to me. So I find it fascinating. And the thing is, the culture over here is ki no one stops you from exploring something new. So you could literally just create an AWS account of your own, in development account, and then just explore any technology that you're interested in. So as a security engineer, that's really fun, right? Because I can just poke around all the things, all security, all softwares, and just explore what it is, like how it is made, what happens, what's happening behind the scenes, and then the documentation that is available here. It's amazing, like talking to people and the documentation and all. When you have to write it, I mean, of course, it's very painful, but reading it is actually very helpful. So right now, I think I am happy with where I am, but eventually, yeah, I'll see where it takes me.
Okay, so thank you, Nikunj Bhaiya, for hosting me. Well, I'm the host, but he's hosting me here at the Amazon office. It was nice talking to you. Maybe people get something from this.
I hope.
Like, hopefully, होना चाहिए, बहुत पैसे लगे इस प्रोडक्शन में. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I never applied for Swiggy. So what happens is I wanted a feature in Swiggy. So I just wrote an good email to Harshal, who's the CEO of Swiggy. Apparently he liked it. That's how I was like, okay, let's try it.